First step, open your web browser. Any kind of web browser is preferred. I here used is Google Chrome. Here in your Google Chrome, in address tab, type as tinkercad.com. tinkercad.com and then enter, and the home page will appear like this. So this is your Tinkercad website home page. Here all you need is there is an icon join now in your top right corner. Click on that. You will see this window. Here you just sign in. Click on the sign in, and then you have an option like this: email or username, sign in with Google, sign in with Apple. Here click on this sign in with Google. Since we all are familiar with the Google account, so I used to select this one, sign in with Google. After signing in your account, you will see this dashboard. This is called your account dashboard, AutoCAD Tinkercad dashboard. Here you have so many options are there. You come to left side of this page. There is an option 3D design, circuits, code blocks. We already told that by using this Autodesk Tinkercad, we can design 3D designs and circuits and code books. Here we need to choose the circuits, and after that it will show the create a new circuit icon. You click on that, then you will see this kind of window, right? Here only you have to make a circuit connection. So in your right side you will have all the components. All our discrete major electronic components are there, including Arduino board and other sensors and resistor, capacitor, inductor. Everything will be there. There is an option components. There you can have specifically you can select any kind of a component selections, right? So you just choose it as a basic. For our circuit, I am going to design now in a half wave rectifier. So I choose the basic, and so first to connect the circuit using the discrete components, first we need the breadboard. So in your search box, this is your search box. You type it as breadboard. Before you completing the statement that is breadboard, you would have some suggestions. Breadboard small. You choose breadboard. So there are three options are there: breadboard small, breadboard, and breadboard mini. So since this half wave rectifier circuit is simple circuit, so we can choose breadboard small, this one. So you just click on the breadboard small, this component, and drag to the screen, to this space. That's all. And you would be asked to name this breadboard. You can give the name, or you can leave the name. You leave the option, like just press your escape button, it will disappear. Then after that, for half wave rectifier circuit, you need a diode. So here in a search box, you cancel this breadboard. See, there is no button, cancel button. You cancel it, and here you type as diode. So here there is a diode. Your PN junction diode will appear. Again, like your breadboard, you just click on the diode and drag it on the space provided here. And here it will be asked to name the diode. So just press the escape button, it will disappear. So here it is a diode. Even you can rotate the component in any direction. So to have a anode and cathode separation difference, we need to rotate this component, right? So just click on this component, and Here you will have in a left side top corner you have a rotate option. See this, you just click on this, the diode will rotate, right? Then after the rotation you just click on the diode and keep this diode on the breadboard as like you are doing the experiment in breadboard in your laboratory. Then next is we need a 4.7 microfarad capacitor. Then same like here, you cancel this diode, search component, you cancel the diode, and then here you search as capacitor. You have an option capacitor, click on that. So you have two kinds of capacitors will be appear here. You choose this polarized capacitor. Like the breadboard on a diode, you just click on this icon and then drag on the space provided to design the circuit. Then same like this must be connected with, this must be placed on the breadboard as like the diode. Just click on the icon and place on the breadboard. Then next step, you need a 2 kilo ohm resistor. See here, before this we need to give the value here. Just click on the icon capacitor. So here you need to give the value. So capacitance value here is 4.7 microfarad. So here there is a box capacitance. You leave this one name. So here in the capacitance you type it as 4.7 and the unit which is specified here. So you can choose the units. Here we need a microfarad capacitor. So by default the microfarad capacitor, that unit will be defaultly that is present on this specification. So you just leave that, right? So here this capacitor value is 4.7 microfarad. And then next thing, you need a 2 kilo ohm. So cancel this capacitor and type it as resistor, resistor. So resistor, so the resistor will appear here, and then click on the resistor icon and drag to this space. And then if you need to rotate it, you can rotate this like as I said before. And then keep on the breadboard, place it on the breadboard, and then here you need to provide the value, appropriate value. Here we need is 2 kilo ohm. So you click on the resistor and this will appear, this box will appear. Here you type it as 2 and unit is kilo ohm. So already by default the kilo ohm is present. You could choose any kind of a units, right? Micro ohm, milli ohm, mega ohm, like that. According to your circuit that can be preferred. So here we need is 2 kilo ohm. So you choose the kilo ohm unit. Then next step, we need a input and output device. For this we need an input device is function generator. So you type it as, in a search box you type it as function generator. So before you complete the sentence, it will show the suggested component. So here there is a function generator. You just click on the function generator and drag to the place provided to design the circuit. And then here this also require the values to be set, right? So here I will set the amplitude value as 15 and frequency value as 50 Hz. 50 Hz. And DC offset I kept as it is 2.50, and the function is So since it is a function generator, it can able to generate many kinds of waveforms. Here all we need is sine waveform. So by default the square waveform is enabled here. Here you choose the square, instead of square you choose the sine waveform. Then next step, so this is your input device, this is our circuit, and then you need the output device. So output device obviously a CRO or oscilloscope. Here if you give as in a search box CRO, it won't show any kind of a CRO here. Instead of CRO you must search as oscilloscope, OSCL. So there is a oscilloscopes here, oscilloscope and oscillator it will show. So you choose oscilloscope. So this is your oscilloscope icon. So just drag to the place provided. So this is your input function generator, and this is your breadboard connection, and this is your output device CRO or oscilloscope. Here you can name the each component by using this. There is an annotation, this icon. You can name this icon as for our reference, right? You click on this. Here I am typing as function generator. And then keep on this tab over the function generator. So likewise you can give the component name in by using this annotation option for your reference. Then next step, you need to connect the components. So the components are separated. It is not yet connected. It just placed on the breadboard, and we have an output and input device that is not yet connected. So all you need is wires we need. So first thing, from the function generator we can connect. So here you could see positive and negative. See this one. We can zoom this display by pressing Control and mouse button, dragging the mouse. You can zoom this concept. So and also you could minimize this portion after you completing the circuit. You can minimize these portions by clicking this arrow mark, right? And then you cube the circuit in a center, and you can zoom, right? Likewise you can zoom. So so then by convenient way you can choose any kind of a zoom option. So first thing, you have to make the connection from function generator. Function generator positive to PN junction diode anode, we must give the connection. So you just click on the positive option, that is a button here that is provided in your function generator, and just you click the mouse and drag down. So there will be a line will be coming, right? So this line is nothing but of your wires, and you can make this wire connection. You can connect the wire connection to this breadboard to the anode of your PN junction diode, right? So just click on this, right? So this is the connection, and you can even change this wire color, right? Here it will be asked the wire color. So by default the green color will be enabled. You can choose the wire color also. So now I am changing this green to red, right? So it will become red. Likewise you can change the wire color also to differentiate the connections. Then next thing, from cathode to 4.7 microfarad capacitor one end, we must give the connection like this one, right? Again you click on the hole, right, in your cathode pin, and then you just drag down the wire and then click to this, click on this capacitor icon, one end, one lead, right? So and also same like this, right? You can even change the color, like I am changing to some other color, like yellow. So you have a connection like this. So likewise, you have to give the connections according to your circuit diagram. Now your circuit is ready with all the connections, and the final step all you need is you have to start simulation to observe your outputs, to view our outputs. So here you have an icon, start simulation. You click on the start simulation, and you will see the output in a CRO as like you are doing in the laboratory. See, this is your half wave rectifier output you could see in your oscilloscope, and you can stop the simulation at any time by clicking on the same icon. So that will become like stop simulation. So you click on that, it will be stopped, and again if you click on the start simulation, it will be displayed the output like this. And you can change the values, CRO and function generator values at any time like this. See, time per division you can change, and also here in a function generator also you can change the values at any time, right? So this is your output for simple half wave rectifier circuit. Like this you can make any kind of a circuit by using the breadboard, and as well as you can even do the experiment with Arduino board also, right? And also one more advantage, we does not need any kind of a tool to design this. It is all happening in a web browser, and it will be all the circuits will be auto saved in your account, in your Autodesk account. See, all the changes are saved. You could see the circuit, this connection diagram, this experiment in your account itself, right? So if you go to your account, click on this. So see this, this is your account. So in your circuit option, so already I have made some circuits. So everything which is saved in your web browser in a cloud basis. So your circuit also will be saved here. So there is no extra additional memory is not required in your computer or laptop. So this is one of the advantage, and also another one advantage is it is totally free. There is no license or there is no product key, everything that is not etc. That is not required for this service. So this is the biggest advantage, and also it can be easily used by everyone, and the user interface is very simple. So it is very useful one. These are all some advantage and salient features of your Autodesk Tinkercad.